Well, I'm getting a little ambitious and trying a Robin Hood video here, showing the headliner replacement on my Palm Beach. This is the old headliner that I've taken out and I've got sitting out here on my driveway. You'll notice that this is probably common to most of them. The headliner's coming apart. The little snake bite cloth or whatever it is coming off of the cardboard. So popping off all of these and using them as a template for whatever you choose to replace it with is a pretty straightforward task. Here I have a lot of the bits and pieces from the sidewall, and as I took them off the sidewall, I labeled them as best I could, up and forward, and this one shows it's by the door. That's the dinette bottom, and this is the bunk, and so on. You'll see that they're in pretty good shape for their age, but they're not good enough shape to keep going. What I chose to use to replace the cardboard was the simple Melmain board, or whatever it's called, from Home Depot. 1/8 inch smooth paneling, I think is what it's called here. I don't know if you can get that in the video or not. But this cuts like butter. I put the white side up because I think it's somewhat water resistant or waterproof. And then on the brown side, on the back side, I glued this vinyl. If you can see any of the texture, it's textured vinyl that I got from Joann's Fabric. And here it has a name like Procanol or something like that. And the particular one I used is PT 520067. So to put all this together was a lot of work for me, but in all things considered, it really wasn't all that tough. Let's go inside and see how it looks now. This is the adhesive I used to glue it all together. If I did it over again, I might get the roll-on stuff. Each can was about 18 or 20 bucks, and I went through about 6 of them. I happily refer to it as spray snot because it comes out just dreadful. And basically you spray it across the back side of the board. That's what I did. And then also the back side of the vinyl. The instructions say to spray it 3 times. One of the times should be in a different direction than the other 2. After it's sprayed on, you wait 5 minutes minimum or up to 60 minutes to apply it. And here's a lesson I learned early on. If you spray the board and the vinyl, and then you try to put the board on top of the vinyl, it comes out looking very shabby. So, in my experience, it's always better after spraying the board to lay the vinyl on and then smooth it out. I just smoothed everything out by hand. So that was my experience. Now let's go inside. Okay, here we are inside. I took the opportunity to pop out the rear cap and paint it. It's much more sturdy than I expected it to be. And it came out and I just spray painted it with some Krylon. But here is the new ceiling panel. I'm in the back of the coach by the 2 seats that fold into a bed. I took the chance to spray paint the surround for my Fantastic fan, but as you can tell, I didn't spray paint the Fantastic fan. So I marked and drilled holes where the cabinets will screw in. That's going to be a bit of a bear. And here are some side panels where I put in the screws. I have some pictures that I'll show of this rubber molding, and what a difference it makes to toss it in the sink and just give it a quick scrub. I have some before and after pictures. And that taps in. After the first one, you're an expert at putting it in. I had a devil of a time with these ribs, these strips, putting them all back into place. And soft finishes are just not my thing. But overall, I think this turned out well. Now, in the hallway here, I did have to put a 2x4 up here on a jack and lift up the coach ever so much so I could slip this in. It was a bear getting past this until I actually took a jack and boosted it up a little bit. After that, everything slipped in very nicely. Working overhead, what a pain in the neck that is. Here you see some more of my cuts for the holes. I did replace most of these riv nuts as they had spun, and that was a job. Taking the cabinets out was a much bigger job than it has any right to be. But in any case, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I also took the time to repaint my air conditioner console just in time to replace it, because after all, my air conditioner is shot. And I also put in a brand new fan, Max fan from Jim Canemata. Oh, here's something fun. Mine's a 76 coach, and so it normally has the stick out head crackers for the bunk bed. But my buddy Mark Martinek built these bunk hooks. I don't know if that's focused, but now, because the sofa, replacement sofa that I got from Tom Hampton was a 78 model, it used a different style or a different length at least, seat belt to hold up the bunk. Now it's a simple matter to slip the hook in, and it's there, and it's nice and tidy and out of the way. I couldn't be happier. I have quite a few of these bunk hooks, but they're not complete. There we go. And now the bunk is nice and tidy, just as strong as can be. He made the bunk hooks out of big, thick stainless. Front cap has also been repainted. The sidewalls, putting the sidewalls in was not very exacting work, because after all, the trim pieces are so thick. In fact, if you want to see my handiwork, take a look at that nice, crisp, clean edge there. I mean, I cut all over the place. But it doesn't matter, because once we get the trim pieces in, everything's going to be fine. So, there you go. That was my tour of the Headliner.